Welcome to the Better with Beers podcast, episode 8. Brandon, Alex, and Earl back at it again. Well, actually, Earl's back this time.
I'm back, baby.
He's back. He's back and he's buzzing. Earl did it right. He went out. What you got to a brewery beforehand?
Yeah, we actually. So we had the kid went with the in-laws tonight. So met with a couple friends and went out to a brewery. It's really interesting. It's a weird brewery. It's like out in the country from where it's only like 15 minutes from where I live, but I live in close to one city in Martinsville, Virginia, and then Danville, Virginia is like 30 minutes down the road. And there's a couple of breweries out there, but this is like out in the country, like very small niche amount of people know about that it's even there, but it's such great. The owners are fantastic people. They make good beer. It's a great atmosphere. It's Mountain Valley Brewery in Axton, Virginia. Definitely worth a check out. And I've been going there pretty much since they opened. So
I like those kind of places where they're like hidden gems.
Yeah, they are. Like even today, this place has been open for at least a year and a half. Probably no, it's at least 2 years now. And I'll run into somebody in town, and it's like, "Have you been to brewery in Axton?" They're like, "What are you talking about? There's no brewery in there's nothing in Axton. What are you talking about?" So yeah, and like I said, the owners are good people, and I've known them for a little while. So definitely, it's a nice little outing, and it's away from all the crazy people.
Well, it's good to have you back. Earl had the pleasure of watching the release of the trailer from the episode we did last week earlier. And like I said on there, this is why Earl shouldn't let us run the podcast. This is why he shouldn't leave us in charge.
I'm okay that I wasn't there.
It gets weird.
Yeah, we had some interesting ideas.
Me and Alex are, I think, now fully recovered from our 2020 disgusting shots. I think.
Although every time we talk about it, it just kind of makes your stomach turn just a little bit.
It does. When I was watching the trailer and I was literally watching the ketchup just slide down the.
It really did. You said you called it. You said it looked like a bloody urine sample, and it really did.
It really did.
You also said it looked like a lava lamp. So we'll say it was a 1970s bloody urine sample shock, and it didn't help the fact that it was in that measuring cup, which looked like one of those collection cups that you get for
I know
for urine sample.
So if you were trying to get out of the Vietnam War, that's pretty much what you saw. Yeah.
Yeah. That's mine was 2020 in shot glass. Yours was Rona in a shot glass.
Oh yeah. So I took it up a notch. I see your 2020 and I raised you some Rona.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it at least Heinz 57? Tell me it was at least Heinz 57.
No, it was. Well, you didn't see the trailer, which you'll see in the full episode. Was it was 50% sodium free and 50% sugar free. Like it was like a healthy ketchup.
It was just tomato juice. That's all it was.
It was Heinz though, but yeah, it was like healthy Heinz.
Supposed to be 57 ingredients, 57 flavors,
and I'm gonna taste all 57 flavors when it comes back up.
Hey, it never did come back. Luckily,
that's good.
We took one more shot of scotch for me and whiskey for him at the very end. I think it settled things down. We were good to go. We took one good shot beforehand and one good shot at the end. And yes, everybody watching me now.
Good on you.
Shots before this episode. I think we're making a new tradition.
Yeah.
But well, me and Alex kind of talked about it on our episode, Earl. But how was your Thanksgiving since we didn't meet up?
No, it was good. Yeah, it's. I mean,
oh, you're with Alex.
Yeah, me and Alex. Yeah, we were able to get together with family and everything, and it was good times. So it's screw COVID. I don't give a crap. I'm sorry, but those who are scared of it enough, then go ahead and stay home. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's not going to keep me away from my family and who I want to spend time with. Exactly. And it's. Everyone in the family is smart enough to know how to protect themselves, and if it's worth the risk for them to go out, and then they can judge that for themselves. But I decided I wanted to visit family, and family decided they wanted to see me, so we went.
No,
I mean, we all used to live in the same household, so that counts.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I drink enough beer that I won't get COVID. I'm just kidding. I don't think it works that way.
No, true.
There you go.
I know it works with whiskey. I drink enough whiskey to keep it away. But no, we were talking.
Did you hear it? Isn't something like smokers are like less susceptible to COVID or something?
Yep.
It's like so. Really? Also, it's like you got all these guys that said, "All right, 2019, I'm quitting smoking, done, cold turkey," and all of a sudden, like
now they're
crap. It's like if I just smoke for one more year, I might not have got COVID.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And they
I
said
think
smoking
I think
was
I
bad.
quit smoking like 3 years ago or something like that. I mean,
Jeez.
I couldn't try smoking again if I tried. Actually, I did try. It was a couple years ago. It was after I had already quit for like almost a whole year, and then we found out at my job that we all had to find new jobs. We weren't getting laid off, but we had to find new jobs. You know, they didn't want to say the dangerous "you're getting laid off," words. But we all got stressed out. We went out into the parking lot, and a coworker of mine was smoking. I was like, "Hey, let me get a drag off of that," and it tasted awful. I guess I got all my taste buds back and everything at that point, and it was bad. That's when I decided I would never go back.
I wish I could video this right now because I just told y'all about this mouse that ran in my room when we were getting set up. Like we just talked about this. It ran across my floor. I'm like, damn it, there's a mouse. I thought I killed that thing. And as you're talking, I'm looking over it. That thing found a way to climb up on my desk because this is my computer room. If you don't realize, like I have my computers like back in this direction and my keyboard. And I look over as Alex is talking, and this thing is up on top of it. Found a way to climb up on my desk and it's walking across my RGB keyboard.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, really?
Yo.
And I look at it, I'm like, come on. And then it goes on and it drops down and it runs out the room. So
It's
gone.
Close to having our first official guest on the
Right.
podcast.
He's getting closer and closer, and eventually he's just gonna crawl up in your face.
If he goes, I was just gonna say, if he crawls even across the desk, I'm gonna die. Like this is that's gonna be.
No, he's gonna die.
Well,
damn it, I can't open that now.
well, at least it wasn't already open when you did that.
That was a plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a well thought out plan, but it was a plan.
Wait, is that the one you're supposed
Yeah,
to
that's
keep
it.
reading?
That's my showcase. That's okay. It'll be all right. It's just a double block.
I love.
They're not too carbonated anyway.
Yeah, loggers aren't carbonated.
I love pre-gamed Earl.
So yes,
Well,
yes, brewery was fun. And look, what's really funny is like all these guys are like, it's 10 o'clock. When's Earl getting on? I'm usually the one that's sitting here like, all right, where y'all at?
Yeah.
It's like,
this time it was
Brandon's like, if you don't come home with me, I'll be there in a minute. And Alex is like, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it's my turn. Sorry.
Yeah, this time Alex, he was like all early. He said, "I'm set up, prepped, ready to go. I'm sitting here."
Yeah,
I haven't really like slowed down at all. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I got off of work, I ran outside. I set up our Christmas lights. I know late, but
you're sleeping good tonight.
Yeah.
So Alex and Earl kind of switched spots tonight. Alex, I mean, Earl's like you're tuned up pretty good, like normal, but Alex is like on a what? You're like.
I'm mellow. I'm not like
he's on a production high.
I'm not going down. I'm not going up.
He's on a production high right now.
And Earl's got the energy. And I always have the energy too much. But all right, well, let's. I'll go first, and then Alex, and then Earl, so he gives his beer some time to settle down there. Our beers
gonna make for good content. I'll tell you what.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Just pull out your car keys, turn it sideways, and
yeah, shotgun. Oh, we got a shotgun of beer one time.
Jeez.
No, I don't like. Yeah, we'll get all on my laptop. That'd be bad.
Yeah.
Because when I shotgun a beer, it goes everywhere. Everything goes everywhere.
Well, you got all that beer behind you, so it looks like you already shotgun one.
That's true.
Right. Better than the last picture you had behind you.
You want me to bring it up again? I was trolling Earl and Alex before the podcast. I had Alex's face behind me when Alex was talking to me, and then Earl's big old face behind me when he's like, "What the hell is that background?" But no. So when we were featuring our beers on the last episode, I was like, every single episode for some reason I featured an IPA. I guess because most of the cool can art I found was just IPAs. I didn't go IPA this time, but I didn't go stout or porter like I wanted to. But I got a pale ale. It's called Hypnotic Suggestion.
That sounds familiar. Who's that by?
Grim, I guess. It says Grim up top.
I might have had that. I don't know. That sounds familiar. That's cool. I like that.
It says Amarillo, Fuel Melon. Well, anyway, something Blanc hops. I can't really read that word.
Yeah, one of these days.
Grim, brewed by Grim from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Brooklyn's got a lot of breweries. I've seen a lot of beers out of Brooklyn.
It's always hard for me to show the can art in my green screen. But
Yeah, I was gonna say one of these
brownies
days
on
you're gonna find some can art that doesn't have green in
Yeah,
it.
it's like black. Like that's why I need a porter or a stout. So I've
Old Rasputin. If you've never had it, you need to get it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
that was my
Imperial
first sip.
Russian
Yeah.
Stout.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty mellow, pretty chill.
Speaking of imperial stouts,
So you're drinking?
I am drinking a s'more or less. It's an imperial stout. So there's my can art. Not a single ounce of green on that can.
That's what I'm saying. I need to get
You don't. It doesn't matter. You don't have a green screen anyway.
Right. But they do exist, Brandon. There are beers out there with no green on
Okay,
the can
my
art.
goal is to get one of those next week. Although I assume we're probably going to do a Christmas themed episode next week. So if I do find a cool can art with that's Christmas, art on there, I'm going to get that. Whatever, no matter what kind of beer it is.
So this beer is it's a sweet stout base with hints of graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow, reminiscent of sitting around a campfire. So it's from Oliver Brewing Company in Baltimore, and honestly, it's good. I would buy it again. I would drink it again. The whole graham cracker and marshmallow isn't really coming out. It just tastes like an imperial stout.
So you've had the dogfish s'more, or like the s'more themed.
Yep. Yeah, I got one of those in my
How's it
fridge.
relate to that?
The dogfish one is a little bit more. It's a little bit sweeter. I think it went a little heavier on like the graham cracker flavor.
Okay.
And the base stout in this s'more or less is s'more, not less.
Touche.
Thanks.
Your 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
these beers. Nothing
Play
but
on.
the best.
Play on words. I love that game.
You say,
Hey, before you go, Earl, this is actually a good idea. For those of you watching, if you guys drink craft beer and you've heard the app called Untapped, we're all on
Yes.
Untapped, and
Yeah.
we like to any beers we're drinking, post pictures on there. It's basically a social media site for beer. You can post pictures, review the beer, put on there what you think of the beer. We'll put, in the description below, we'll throw our Untapped usernames on there that we can follow us. And
that's great. Yep. I'll put up a little thumbnail so you know what the Untapped app looks like when you log on to it. But
And speaking of Untapped, there's actually some breweries out there that use Untapped. So Untapped is it's like a social media platform for beer, for rating beer and everything. But breweries are now using Untapped for their menus, and it'll give you a live stream of people trying the beer on the menu. So if I'm sitting at the brewery and I'm drinking a flight, I can look up at the big TV screen that has the menu on it, and I'm watching a live stream of people rating the beer that I'm drinking on Untapped.
cool. That's
that's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely
Miss
good.
Billion River is the brewery that I saw that at. So
Yeah, it's definitely the app is. I've been on the app for probably about 3 years now. It's definitely grown a whole lot, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I first learned about the Untapped app, and I downloaded it, and like you look up the different beers and you rate them. And you can put descriptions, you can link a picture, you can tag friends and toast friends and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, cool. I was like, wow, I can think of a few beers I've had, and I start logging like 10 beers like within like 5 minutes. That was like, okay, I can rate this one because I remember what that one tastes like. Just all of a sudden, Untapped threw up a little message like, you need to slow down.
Whoa,
It's
buddy.
like, whoa, man. It's like, pace yourself. So it was pretty. I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, okay, you know what? Even ones I've already had, I'm not going to rate them until I have them again, and then I rate them as I'm drinking them. So I thought that was pretty neat, but it was fun.
Well, I always
funny.
forget to rate mine. I just get so
Yeah,
focused on
I forget
drinking the
sometimes.
beer. I
Yeah,
forget
it's
all
hard
the
to
time.
remember.
Especially the more you drink, yeah. Like
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like I'm at almost 400 right now. Different beers that I've actually tagged like unique, because like it's funny. There's 2 categories. There's unique beers and checked in beers. So like you can tag all these unique ones, but if all of a sudden you rate one you've already rated in the past, you don't realize it, it'll just put it on the other category. So like my one category is bigger because I don't realize I've already rated it because I've rated so many at this point. But it's just funny. Yeah.
No, you're definitely on it. I need to use mine more often. I always just forget. But back when I was using it more often, I went to a beer fest one time, and the person I went with, like, as soon as we got there, we're going to each, trying a new beer at each place, and we're rating it on tap right away. But it was a 3 hour long beer fest, so as we kept going,
No,
it
and then
stopped
like
happening.
the rating is just obsolete at that point. It all tastes the same.
Yeah, because there was one time we were at a restaurant. It's my ex brother-in-law, and he got in a beer. He ordered a beer, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna," because he's the one who introduced me to Untap initially, or I think it was him or Alex. It's one of YouTube anyway. He tried it, and he's like, "I'm gonna rate it on Untap." Brought it up, like, "Wait, I already tried it," because before he brought it up on Untapped, he told us like, "I don't think it's very good. Like, it's not that good." He brought him. He's like, "Oh crap, I already rated it." I mean, we looked at it. You rated it 5 stars. I'm like, dude, you just said it was terrible. He's like, well, I think the last time I tried was at a beer fest. Like, yeah, how many beers had you had?
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, he was already drunk. So like,
it's all great.
The taste then is completely different.
Everything tastes good. Everything tastes like that Italian sausage I just had, right before I drank the 5th one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's a good app.
FYI, hashtag not sponsored, but we're gonna work on that when we get more of a following.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
All right, what? I think your beer settled down now. What are you drinking?
Okay, so I am drinking Stokebeer.com. It's from Iceland. This is a beer that was brewed actually in Iceland. It's a double bock. It's got a Viking with antlers and a Rudolph nose. But so it's like a Christmassy, but it is a double bock, but it's brewed at a brewery that's out of Iceland.
That's pretty
That
cool.
sounds
Olgerd, Iceland. I'll like I said, I'll put up a little thumbnail of it so you know exactly where it's coming from, so you have an idea. But yeah, straight out of Iceland. I've had it before. It's really good. It's a double bock, so it's a lot.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, there's 2 different beers. There's ales and there's lagers, and this is one of the darker lagers. Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
It's filming a little bit.
Really good.
Yeah,
I definitely want to try that.
and it's unique. It's something different.
Yeah.
It's no Anheuser, and I poured that badly. That's okay. It's gonna stop. Now I just gotta wait.
Oh, stop. You're good.
No.
Well, me and Alex talked about last
control
about
my phone.
Germans like big head. I guess Icelanders like a lot of head too. Awkward silence.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alex, I thought you would react to that because we talked about it.
I know. I was sorry. I was focused on opening my beer, and
I mean, that was a good crack in between the awkward silence. Thanks for breaking it, at least.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So that's some good beers tonight. Cool. All right. So on the docket, Earl's
You
gonna.
didn't do your beer yet, Brandon.
Yeah, I did it first.
Did you? Oh, you did do first. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I lost track.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. But so on the docket, we're gonna do. So I don't know if Earl, you want to talk about it a little bit more, but Earl is into magic. He does magic tricks and stuff. I think we talked about in the previous episode that we were going to do this trick on a future episode.
Yeah.
So there's a card trick that I don't know if you want to give a brief explanation, but we're going to do that first. I'll let him talk about it in a second. We're going to jump into a few would you rathers and then some 2 truths and a lie later. That's what we got on the docket tonight. But we're going to do this magic trick first before Earl gets too lost.
What? Come on now.
No,
Lost
okay,
in the
I'm
sauce.
Okay,
This is
so
a good
no,
one.
this is a yeah, I've been playing around with, I don't know. I watched Chris Ramsey. All right, so he's a YouTuber, but he's more into, you'll see more of him doing like these really unique and intricate puzzles now, but he is a legit professional magician, and he did more magic type YouTube several years ago when I first started watching him than what he's doing now. And that's kind of what got me into magic. And so not just like the corny pull a, quarter of your ear type stuff or to impress a girl. It was actually the history of it, the different methods. And I started realizing that once you start learning, like I started watching YouTube videos and like, you know what, I've learned enough to know exactly how that was done, but I appreciate how that was done. And so I've started appreciating different methods and being able to recognize different things. And so I enjoy it. I think it's a really cool thing.
I love magic.
And so we're going to try something here it's hard to do something that's remote like this, where it's, across, through YouTube or through Zoom, which is kind of what the platform we're using. It's so much better to do stuff that's up close and personal. And it's like, oh, it's going to be all camera trickery because we're all on video. Well, we're doing something. We didn't set this up. Only thing I did was I mailed Brandon something, right? All the way up in PA. I'm in Virginia, you're up in PA, and I mailed you a deck of cards.
Yep.
And so, Brandon, you haven't opened that deck of cards or anything yet,
not
right?
At all. Nope.
So, and what I did remove. I'll admit, the deck isn't sealed in a way that's never been opened, because I took out the jokers. With every deck of cards, there's 2 jokers and usually like an ad card or like a advertisement card is what they call it. And so I took this out because I don't want them to throw that off at all. So Brandon, just take out the deck of cards out of the box. And so that is that's a deck of cards made by Theory 11.
Yeah,
and it's the provision deck.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Man,
a really
keep it. I
yeah,
keep it,
no,
right?
it's yours.
Yes.
Theory 11's a great card company. All right, so you have that deck of cards, and so what I want you to do is just cut the cards. You know how to cut a deck of cards, right? You just take top off and put it on the bottom, but anywhere you want, middle, top. Yep, there you go. Just one simple cut. And I tell you what, I don't want you to think that I'm looking at where you're cutting. So cut it again anywhere you want. I'm just gonna look away. Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, are you happy with that, or you want to make another cut? Or
I'll do one more.
okay, do one more. Make it shallow cut, deep cut, however you want to do it. Just cut the cat, take some off the top and put them on the bottom.
All right, I'm good.
All right, is that pretty fair?
Yeah.
So, all right. So now the very top card, what I'm going to have you do is just not look at it.
All right.
You're going to take the very top card and you're just going to sit on it. Just kind of keep it as, keep it out of view, but something that you can't see and I can't see. And I can't I want you, in case it's like a mark deck or something like that, I can't read the back of it or anything like that.
I'm sitting on it.
All right. And so the next card you're going to put in your right hand. Just hold it face down in your right hand.
Should I put the deck down for this?
Well, yeah, I mean, however you want to do it.
All right.
So the very next card, I just want you to put in your right hand. You can put it down. All right. And then the very next card after that, put it in your left hand. All right.
I look up and I don't see it.
That's fine. All right. So all right. Alex, you're going to get involved in this.
Okay.
All right. So what I want you to do, I have another deck of cards here. All right. Alex, give me any number between 1 and 52. And keep in mind, the higher number you go, the longer this trick is going to take.
51. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 11.
11. All right. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You said 11, right?
Yep.
All right. Put that here. Take these away. So you decide on that card, and then we'll just keep that one off to the side here. All right. Now, Brandon, I want you to think the last card you did on your left hand. All right. If you were to guess, if you were to name any card, what do you think that card feels like? Let's start. What color do you think it might be? Red or black?
It's feeling like a red to me.
Red? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so with red, there's 2 suits, right? There's diamonds and there's hearts. So do you feel like it might be a heart or it might be a diamond?
I'm feeling the love lately, so I think it's gonna be a heart.
A heart? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Out of all the cards, you know all of them, everything from ace all the way through king. Which heart do you think that is? Which one?
I gotta go with the queen.
Queen of hearts?
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at it. Let's see how close you were. Look at it.
Show it.
Yeah,
Just
show
me
it.
or to the camera?
Everybody. Yep. Let's see how close you might have been. What's that? The
All
3
right.
of hearts.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, you're good. You got the hearts right.
Yeah.
That's
And the
not
color.
bad at
And
all.
the color.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Right.
I obviously
Right. Yeah. It's not black hearts.
All right.
All right. So, Alex, I want you to see if you can guess the next card. All right.
Okay.
So, do you feel like that might be a red card or a black card?
I'll go with black.
All right. So, clubs, spades, what do you think?
Spades.
All right. So, what card are you feeling like? I mean, you think it's a spade, so
I think it's a 2 of spades.
2 of spades. All
Yeah.
right, what do you think? All right, so Brandon, show him. Let's see how close he was on that.
Oh,
With the
close.
two. With the two clubs.
Man, that is close.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
2 clubs. You guys are both not bad at all. All right, so
So-
Brandon, you got one more card, right?
Yeah. Under my butt.
Under your butt. All right, so this is my turn, right? Well, to be fair, Alex actually picked a card from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
He kind of predicted this, and Alex and I are brothers, but we've all been friends for a little while, and we're doing this podcast. So it's pretty interesting that Alex would count off a certain card in the whole deck that I had. And all right, Brandon, hold that card up. Just hold it face back to the camera. You can see it, but no one else can see it. All right. And on the count of 3, we're going to turn our cards over and see if Alex picked the same card you picked. 1, 2, 3. King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
King of Diamonds.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both got King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Look at that. Not bad.
Alex is magic.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty good.
So you like
I
that?
like that. Yeah.
You have an idea how that works?
Actually, you know what? My ass is magic.
That's what she said.
Only on days
Someone
that
had
end
to
in
say it.
Y.
Well, I have no idea.
So what I was
Well,
talking about, I
I
thought
mean,
that
do these cards have anything to do with it, or is that just?
look at the cards. Are they all pretty random? Look at the whole deck.
Well, I mean the other two cards.
No, look at the whole deck. They all seem
Yeah.
pretty random, right? Are
Let's
they
make
in
sure
like
they're
a random
random.
order? I mean, and you cut them a few times. I didn't even
I
look at
did.
where you cut them.
No,
You
they're
changed it. You
they're all
changed up the order every time you cut them, right?
Yeah, they're all completely random.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
good
thought that
trick.
was that'd be a fun
I like
little
it.
trick to show.
like
And it's hard to show a trick over a virtual center like this is, but this is a trick that I'm not gonna reveal how it's done on here just
Right.
because it's not my trick. But
Magician never
look up. No,
reveals his
I mean
trick.
no. it is a published trick though. It's
Okay.
free for anyone who wants to actually look it up. Jay Sankey is one of the best YouTube magicians there is. He started the whole YouTube trend with magicians. You look up Jay Sankey, you dig enough, you'll figure out how to do this trick.
If there's more tricks that you're able to do over like Zoom like this, or over,
Sure.
then we'll do like once a month or whatever. We'll do a segment, Magic with Earl.
Yeah, we can come up with a few different things. I got a few
Yeah.
ideas. But what's
Yeah,
what's
I'm down
neat
for that.
about this, if anyone who's been doing, and what's really cool about this particular trick is anyone who has any history or knowledge of just magic principles. When I say principles, not like magic, like Harry Potter magic, like I know Brennan likes, but
Yes.
like principles. There's basic principles, just like with physics and with math. There's principles with magic too. So anyone who has enough knowledge of principles of magic, they would be able to figure out how this is done. So this is very, I don't want to say simple because it took a little preparation to do,
yeah.
but it's very cool that anyone can do with any of their friends, and it will freak some people out, especially do it over the phone. Like call somebody on the phone. It's like, all right, so I'm not even looking. I'm not even on video, but I can tell you exactly what card that is.
Yeah.
And
No, it's
they
pretty
would
cool.
freak people out. Yeah.
No, I liked it.
So when you're talking about the principles of magic, you're talking about Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa. Yeah. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Come
So
on.
I don't get that reference. I'm sorry.
Wait, you definitely watched Harry Potter.
Yeah, I probably watched the first movie. That was
You
it.
never read the books or watched the movies?
No, I was too busy having a life.
Oh well, everyone.
Oh no, I just offended a lot of people.
Yeah, thanks. We're going back to just the Alex and Brandon show. Yeah.
All right, so look,
You
when
just
Harry
offended a lot
Potter
of people. You
came
just
out,
offended Brandon.
when Harry Potter came out as a movie, obviously the books were out before. I don't know how far before the movie the books were out. But when Harry Potter started becoming mainstream and niche, I was like a senior in high school.
Dude, you're never too old for Harry
I
Potter.
didn't say I was too old, but it's just not something that interested me at
I
the
mean,
time to the point I was going to dive into it.
That is a good
And I-
point. For like me and Alex, it was right around our age, like the age he was in the books. Like Alex,
Yeah.
did you read the books as they came out
I read.
or later?
So I had massive ADD when I was a kid.
Yep.
It was
Was
really
like a
hard for
past
me to
tense?
sit through a book
Past
like
tense?
that.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you at least watch the movies, I guess. when they-
Yeah, I mean, I watched the movies. I'm
So-
pretty sure I got through the first book, and
Yeah.
it was because it was the whole reading program that we had,
Right.
accelerated reading and everything, and I picked that book as the
Well,
So
for
the
me,
Goblet of
for
Fire
me and millions and millions
Sorcerer's
of
Stone,
other people
whatever
out
the
there
first one
who
was.
love good books, and around my age group, when the first book came out, he was 11 years old, and I was right around 11, 12 years old too. So I was reading the books as he was aging through the books. So that was like perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh
for
no,
my-
and so what's really interesting about that was perfect for that because I mean I'm 36. What are you? 32, 31?
33.
Yeah, so I mean,
Only
I'm just
3
saying
years.
because I knew you were very close to Alex, but in that age range, like you said, that was that time. And I had some people same age as me that were into that. But what's interesting is Alex and I have a cousin that's really into Harry Potter as well. And like we went to Universal and everything. He got the wand and did the whole Harry Potter area of Universal. If you have a chance to check it out, it's phenomenal.
I've been there 4 times.
Oh my
so.
God, it's like they put millions of dollars into that stuff.
Brandon's like, you ain't telling me shit. I've been there 4 times. Like, I know everyone who works there.
He said, "I'm a dungeon master."
I
Where
have
they
been,
live.
Harry Potter.
I have also been to the original Warner Bros. Studios where they filmed right outside of London. I've been there.
Nice.
Saw all the video sets. I have
Nice.
an original script from the first movie signed by Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint. So
So you're one of these highfalutin types.
I'm a nerd when it comes to Harry Potter. Yeah. There's Harry Potter.
No,
on my walls.
it's cool. It's just like I say, it's for
I can
some
pull a
reason,
sword of Gryffindor out of my ass right now, but I won't because we're keeping it PG.
well, it's like Lord of the Rings.
No, I'm kidding.
It's like it's a certain niche of people that really just dive into that deep, or like Star Wars or something like
Well,
that.
for
So
sure.
it's like I don't hate on Harry Potter. It's just never something that triggered anything within me to make me want to go down that rabbit hole. So
Well, relating
Absolutely.
it to beer, did you ever try that butter beer?
yes,
Yes.
It is nasty.
no, it was good.
I like
was
it.
super sweet.
Ugh.
Like diabetes in a glass, man. It was
Yeah.
great.
God, it's like drinking lard.
No, we had it. Yeah, we had it in at Universal. It was really good. I
All
thought.
right. Well, this is now becoming the Brandon show soon. Y'all's being kicked out too. No.
No,
All right.
I did not like it. I thought I was gonna like it. I mean, I typically
No, it's
like
sweet.
anything with the name beer in it, but
Yeah.
I did not like butter beer.
Yeah, it's sweet. All right, so let's move on to some Would You Rather. You guys good with that?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
I got a few here. We'll try to keep it shorter. I got a little timer here in case you go a little too long, but it's good conversation. We'll keep it going. All right. The first Would You Rather is, would you shut up, neighbors? You guys can hear them, right?
Are they?
No, they were they were totally doing, no lie. Alex, when I told you,
It just sounded like Forrest Gump, you know. Hey.
I might have brought this up on another podcast. What was that movie with Michael J. Fox when his neighbors were always going at it? Always.
Yeah, yeah,
Finally,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I brought that up on another one. That's
Yeah.
a great movie. I can't remember what the name of that movie is.
but no
Please
lie.
comment what that name of that movie is. I can't remember.
Your mama sure does care about your education, boy.
All right. We don't need that guy here again.
Oh yeah, let's keep him in Utah.
Right? No joke.
But no lie. Before the episode started, Earl messaged in the group and said he was on his way home from the brewery. I told Alex I'd be on soon. 20 minutes later is when I finally got on. They were legit having sex. I waited because they were loud as crap having sex over there. Now they're being loud, making some other noises. So I don't know. It's right here. Wall, right freaking here. With the bang.
Finish already.
Yeah. And it's not.
It's like,
I know.
dude, you're not showing off. You're not impressing
It's not-
anybody.
Have you ever actually met them?
Yeah. I crossed the dude. I know the dude. I don't know what
Bring
grade
him- bring
he's
my
over,
neighbor.
but
I can hear you having sex.
yeah, he looks like Eeyore, or not Eeyore. Igor. What's the guy from
Igor,
Is that the right name? From
the
what's
hunt. Wait,
Depends
the
on what you're talking
Hunchback.
about.
It looks like the Hunchback. Yeah.
Yeah, Igor.
Yeah, Igor.
Dracula. You
And
know.
I'm saying that really loud. So if, if
Up
I can hear
this
him, he can hear me right now.
No, you're thinking about Igor. That's in
Oh, Igor,
Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Igor. Yeah.
No, close.
Igor.
He looks like both.
You know,
Anyway,
Abby somebody. Abby normal.
right?
Young
Right.
Frankenstein. If you've never seen Young Frankenstein, you're a disgrace to a if you call yourself a cinema buff, you are not if you've never seen Young
Oh, look.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, all right. So now we got Harry Potter versus Young Frankenstein. And
Dude.
we're-
I can do magic too.
Movie watcher.
All right. Would you rather?
No.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Would you rather throw up uncontrollably every time you speak to the opposite sex,
I was gonna say,
Or-
sounds like one we've already done.
or be attracted to the smell of shit and frequent random bathrooms because of it?
Shit doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just I don't know.
But-
It's
but-
like
But it's saying you're attracted to the smell of shit and you have to frequent random bathrooms because of it.
oh,
Every time you smell shit, you have to go to the bathroom, or you go to the bathroom to smell shit. I guess
what?
it says, or be attracted to the smell of shit and frequent random bathrooms because of it. Like you purposely go to the bathrooms to smell shit because you're attracted to the smell.
so I'm gonna just have to immediately say the
The first
know.
one,
the
Throw up-
second one. No, the
Oh.
second one.
you
And
don't
I
want to throw up
can't.
uncontrollably every time you speak to the opposite sex.
No, honestly, like, I mean, obviously no, but
Because you see her every day.
I
you see the
have
opposite
to
sex every
go-
day.
I have to go with the second one, and I can't really explain why
You
because
like to
it
smell shit,
goes,
don't you?
it goes well beyond
Oh my
the
God.
the restrictions of what we're our audience may hear.
So you're just gonna go to the second one and leave it at that.
It has something to do with my deployment in Afghanistan, so we'll just leave it at that. All right.
All right. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with that one too because obviously, and for me, it's very embarrassing. You see the opposite sex, whether you have some like I'm single or not. I see the opposite sex like at work, that kind of stuff. You're gonna throw up every time you see them. Like that's really
it's
messy.
bad news.
Yeah.
Rather,
I'd rather have a really weird thing that I can hide. And
yeah. I mean, everyone's gonna wonder why you're always disappearing, going to the bathroom. You're going there literally to smell shit because you like it, but it's much better than
Don't
throwing up
judge
all over the
me.
place every time.
I mean, it's not always like in like you like the shit. Like if that smell may trigger a memory.
there you go.
It says attracted to the smell of shit.
I mean,
So
You get-
in perspective, let's put it this way. So every time I live in South Central Virginia now, but I grew up on the east, in Delaware, near the marsh areas in Smyrna, near Dover, and everything. And I grew up being near marsh. The smell of marsh, which is very similar to a very methane, filled smell. I don't know how else would you describe that? It's
Smells
like
like
it's not a smell
Right.
that most people would find attractive. Just like somebody who grew up on a pig farm or something like that, or a chicken farm, So it's just because I grew up around that smell, and I have a lot of really good memories of my life growing up. That anytime I smell that, I'm like, obviously that doesn't smell like roses, but that doesn't smell bad to me. So if you have a way to centralize a specific smell because of how you can relate it to your life or your past life, then it's definitely more tolerable than some people may realize.
Good job justifying it. That was good. That was a good way to justify it.
I just want to justify beyond to hold up a big pile
dude,
of shit in my hands. And go.
No, well, that's true. Dude, real quick for the next one. My mom loves the smell of skunk. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, she just loves the smell of skunk. Even though it smells like not shit necessarily, but it smells bad.
Right.
But I equate that to. But I can't say too much about that because like some people love the smell of gasoline. I actually love the smell of gasoline,
There you go.
which is also weird. But
Well, you'll have
what are
guys
you
that,
laughing at, Alex?
like
it's obvious that I'm not drunk enough because I still have a filter.
Oh, that's good. All right, so we're all
Hillbilly did try to invade on the podcast a second ago.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to
That's
hold him. You got
starting.
to hold him back a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're all picking the poop one, right?
Yeah, it's
Alright, cool.
easier to hide a really
Yeah,
weird fascination of a smell than it is just to randomly, regurgitate every time you see someone of the opposite sex.
True.
I'll
All
go with
next
that.
one. Yep. Next one. Would you rather everyone thinks your life sucks, but it's actually awesome, or everyone thinks your life is shitty, but it's actually good?
I don't care what people think about my life.
All right, so you would, then you would pick the one where your life is awesome.
It could go either way.
Oh,
though.
yeah, it could go either way, I guess. But if you had to pick,
If you had to pick, it's like I'm okay with having an awesome life that people think sucks, but like you don't know. This is awesome.
yeah, because
It's all. I mean, it's all subjective.
That's right.
If you don't care what they think, then you would pick the one where you know it's awesome because you don't care what they think.
That's right.
But it's awesome.
That's right.
Right.
Or my life could suck and they think it's awesome. I mean, it's just
Oh,
no. I
my
don't.
God.
I don't want. Don't get me wrong. I don't want my life to suck, but I'm just like it's like I don't care what people think.
Yeah, I think I'd pick that one too.
Yeah,
I'd rather
I don't
know.
want my life. I don't want me to perceive my own life as sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care
fair.
if I don't care if someone else
Yeah.
perceives my
Yeah.
life as sucking, but I don't want to perceive my own life as sucking.
That's
so.
fair. Yeah,
That's fair.
that definitely leads you in that direction. If you don't care what people think, you still would rather prefer your life not suck.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I think we're all on the same page on that one. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Makes it good.
Hey,
Cheers. Can't leave you doing it by yourself.
Mm.
Anyway, whoa, what?
I got back up here too.
So do I. Would you rather be in a real version of The Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
Ooh, that's hard.
I know. Because
It's a lot more realistic than a Tyrannosaurus Rex roller skating on known tanks.
right. Like, because
Sure.
with Jurassic Park, like, you can't be like, oh, yeah, cool dinosaurs, like, from a secured. Obviously, it starts out as a secured kind of adventure park where all the dinosaurs are in cages and stuff, but you have to assume like it gets to the point where they break out and they're eating you and eating people around you. And in Walking Dead, the same thing. You have to worry about the zombies
I would definitely say
and other people.
I would definitely say Walking Dead for two reasons. One, the zombies in Walking Dead, they're not like the zombies in God, what's
Like World War Z, like where they're
right? Like
fast
they're
and,
not.
like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're not like those zombies.
Or even,
like, they're slow. They're
like I Am
sluggish,
Legend.
They're right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But and the second reason is in Jurassic Park. I actually watched like it wasn't really like a documentary or anything, but they were like kind of picking apart the movie and like what would have been actually factual and what wouldn't have been, and the way that they depicted the flora. All right, is 8%. Anyway, the Raptors. Okay, the way I'm not going to say the first one because I butchered it.
You were not even close to the word.
The one
No.
with the teeth.
I was like,
All right, so I know where Alex is going with this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
So like animals, whether it be a freaking tiger or a velociraptor, they have an intelligence to them if they know how to hunt. When
Yeah.
zombies are just mindless
Yeah.
drones that are hunting for the sake of hunting, but they're not intelligent enough to actually plan out a hunt.
Right.
well, and
So-
not only that, but in Jurassic Park, they depicted them to be like these
Coordinated.
alpha hunters when
Yeah.
in actuality they were, like saying that the raptors of that actual age of dinosaur were about the size of a small dog. And they ran fast, but I mean they weren't like like slightly bigger than the biggest human, super aggressive, super smart hunters like they are depicted on Jurassic Park.
Right. Plus, it intrigues me, like if the zombie apocalypse happened, just getting together with your friends and just trying to survive and like fight off the zombies. Like that's just more intriguing than trying to fight off giant. Or
I mean, they made how many
ferocious-
seasons of it? So clearly there's a chance for survival.
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's not
Well-
because I watched at least 3 seasons of it, and they all started and ended the same way. They all went to a new place.
Yeah.
Someone else died. The
And
zombies
then-
still got in. I
Yeah.
don't care how good their defenses were. They were still
Yeah.
inter
And
conflicts going on.
that
And so then they go somewhere else where they think they're safe, and the whole same shit. That's why
Yeah.
I couldn't keep
And
up
then-
with that damn series because it was the same thing over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
Which is why
Yeah.
it's dying. It died off.
Yeah,
Pretty much after like Glenn died. Oh, well, spoiler if I didn't watch it, but it died off after then. But then you got to worry about like fighting other humans too, that whole aspect. But I would still pick The Walking Dead over Jurassic Park, and I think you guys both picked that too.
No, yeah, I'll pick The Walking
Yeah.
Dead because I think it'd be easier to fight a bunch of mindless drones of zombies, even if it's 1,000 of them, than actual. Like I said, I wouldn't want to go up against a pack of wolves or a pack of tigers
Let
or
alone
lions because
T-Rex.
raptors or a big T-Rex.
Yeah, they're intelligent and coordinated animals that know how to hunt and know how to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, you got just a bunch of zombies that are just walking around going, but like they'll walk through a bunch of fire to try to get to you and kill themselves because they're not doing this in a really methodical way. They're just doing it.
Now, I will say that I might have to, change my answer if Jurassic Park had a T-Rex with 2 tanks on their feet as roller skates.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I might have to change my answer just so I can see that. Just so I can say, yep, I was there. I died, but I was there.
Yep. I agree with that. All right, last one, speed one. Would you rather have someone offer to pay for your least favorite drink or spend your own money on your favorite drink?
My own money.
Yeah, own money on favorite drink.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, that's just age. I mean,
okay,
if,
so
if we were still
yourself, what would he say?
21-year-old self
free drinks.
You're buying. I'm down.
Yeah,
I would siphon alcohol out of a gas tank. Like I really wouldn't care where I came from, as long as it was alcohol and it was going to get me drunk. And now I actually care about what I'm drinking. I care a little bit more about how I feel the next day, and I would rather. For me now, it's an investment. I'm investing in me. Actually enjoying my time versus you're
looking for the good experience as opposed to the temporary experience,
right?
So yeah, the good experience of say having like a really I'll pay $50 for a bottle of good bourbon, because I believe if I think I'm going to get a good experience out of drinking this good bourbon.
So that's good. So would you rather spend $50 on a bourbon you really enjoy, or have someone give you a free bottle of $15 whiskey or bourbon?
Yeah, I'll
spend my money. Up. Yeah, no, that's a good point. We agreed on every single would you rather.
It's a very mature way to approach it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
mature is not a word that should be used for us.
But on that topic, though, not all good bourbon costs a lot of money.
There's a lot of good bourbons that are like $30 to $40.
Yeah.
30 to 50.
I've had like $30, $35 bourbon before, and
I've had $50 bourbon before.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so last segment tonight. I think we can make it pretty quick. We're doing 2 truths and a lie. I think we did this on a previous episode, back on episode 3 or 4. We each have just one. Each we'll do 3 rounds. Obviously, each one of us doing a round. The other 2 will guess which one is the lie. Who wants to go first? Matter? I'll go first.
Not me.
I'll go first. All right. So Alex and Earl will guess which one is the lie.
Let's hear it.
All right. Number 1, the Eiffel Tower can grow more than 6 inches during the summer. Number 2.
I think that's true.
Number 2.
Oh,
bees
sorry.
can. All right.
Yes.
Bees can fly higher than Mount Everest. And number 3, lollipops were originally invented as a way to get picky children to take their medicine without realizing it. You guys can discuss amongst yourselves.
What was the second one?
I don't believe the bee one.
Bees can fly higher than Mount Everest.
I don't believe that because as cold as it is and as thin as the air is at that height, I don't believe the second
helicopters can't even get lift at that height.
Right, exactly. So I don't believe. I don't know the ability to, and whether they would or not. I guess it could be 2 different things, but I don't want to overthink it. I don't think number 2. I would rather rule. I'm comfortable ruling out number 2.
I agree.
Now, the Eiffel Tower can grow 6 inches in a year?
Eiffel Tower can grow more than 6 inches during the summer.
During the summer. So
yeah,
metal expands in heat, but Paris is about the same temperature as where we are, right? About mid.
Yeah, they're temperate climate. But what's the Eiffel Tower made out of?
Steel. It's just all steel.
It's all steel.
It's just all steel.
Well,
steel will expand some, but how? But really?
it's a big structure. I mean, if
is.
you think about it, that's not that much for a structure of that size.
But you got to think too.
And
Like
you
each,
have to factor in all the different bolts, all the different seams,
no,
not
but
just the beams, like everything would expand.
so what was the last one again?
Lollipops were originally invented as a way to get picky children to take their medicine without realizing it.
That's hard, dude.
I agree with that. I think that your second one is a lie.
Yeah, I agree. Second one's a lie. The B one's a lie.
Final answer?
And the other two are truths.
Wait, I thought it was just one truth and two lies.
No, one
Two
lie,
truths.
two truths.
One lie, two truths.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, well that makes it easier. Yeah, I'd go with that.
Oh,
The lollipop one's a lie. Yeah, it's a myth. It's a myth that people think is true. It's one of those myths that you always thought was true, but it's actually not. And I do have facts for the other ones. You guys are right on the Eiffel Tower. The high temperatures make the iron expand,
Right.
so that's why it happens.
See, I was just wondering those, like, because each beam is only so long, so it's not like the whole thing's expand. Like each beam can only expand as far as the bolts were allowed to expand too. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I was overthinking that a little bit.
And then bees can fly higher than 29,525 feet above sea level, according to National Geographic. That's higher than Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
know. It is crazy. That's
As
why
thin as
I mean,
the air is,
there's
and
got to be some other factors involved there. Like, there's got to be some jet streams that they're like hopping in on and pushing them up into it. Like, there's no way that they're going to be able to sustain that.
Come on, dude. Google doesn't lie.
You're right.
It only withholds information.
that's it.
From certain,
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Just like that, you're not demonetized.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Because YouTube's
Like,
doing
damn,
that.
the overlords got to Brandon.
Yep.
They told him exactly what to say.
Yeah. All right, I'll go next.
All right.
So mine has a little bit of a theme to it, and mine is about mermaids. So, according to Italian mythology, mermaids and mermen ate children's legs caught dangling beneath the water surface. This was told to children to keep them from playing in the water in areas they could jam up local transports of goods.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sea cows, also known as manatees, were often mistaken as mermaids and are the cause of many tales and fables revolving around the mythical creatures of the sea.
All right.
And a creature, part man, part fish, commonly known today as a mermaid or merman, originated from ancient Babylon.
I believe 1 and 2
are true.
I've heard the thing about the manatees. I've not heard the thing about the kids, but it sounds
the kids one sounds like
believable.
Believable, yeah, for some reason. Like it just sounds like
I don't know why. It sounds
a
like one of
tale
those
that
weird
would-
tales that they would tell kids just
Yeah.
to keep them safe.
yeah. Now the last one, I don't know if he's trying to trick us. It could be true up until Babylon. It could be some other period. I don't know if he's trying to pull that one on us. You know what I mean? Like he could easily just find a fact and change it out to where it's a different time frame instead of Babylon age. You know what I mean?
Read the Babylon one again. We'll read the last one again.
So a creature, part man, part fish, commonly known today as a mermaid or merman, originated from Babylon.
Yeah. So he could have just replaced.
Babylon mostly forest.
Oh, is that not an age?
I don't
Like a
time
period?
or something.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I meant to
know.
say.
It's possible. I don't know.
And the second one sounds believable to me too. Like I don't know. It's just between 2 and 3. What do you think?
I like I said, I've heard. I feel like I've heard.
We don't have to guess the same thing either.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
So it's definitely 2 truths and a lie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I
There's
feel
only
like
one
I've
lie
heard
in
the-
there.
I've heard the thing about the manatees before. I feel like that sounds very familiar. That somehow manatees were
Mistaken for
mermen
mythological
or mermaids
creature.
or somehow or another. There's a fable in there. I feel like I've heard.
Yeah.
before.
So I'm going with Babylon.
Yeah,
Me
I'm going
personally.
with Babylon being the lie because I
Yeah.
feel like the kid thing is a plausible thing that they might have told
Yeah.
kids back in the day.
Yeah. Babylon.
Final answer?
Yep.
Yep.
Damn it.
It's manatees.
No, it's not.
No,
Nazis.
What?
it's
The kid
the
thing.
kid one. Yeah. So I completely made that up. It's false.
That's a really good makeup. That's a really long, drawn out makeup.
Completely made it
Why?
up. Yeah.
Wow.
And I just started thinking like, well, so apparently, I did a lot of research on mermaids. Apparently, there's a lot of information out there about mermaids, and every culture spanning across, different continents and spanning across thousands of years of these ancient civilizations all have their own depictions of mermaids.
Right.
And Italy has their own, and I really just twisted a fable that they may or may not have, but I couldn't find anything that said that they would tell kids this. But it would make sense that they would,
Yeah.
because Italy has all kinds of channels of waterways where they would be carting goods back and forth through boat, and I'm sure kids of that time will be that way. So they say, hey, mermaid's gonna eat your legs.
Yeah.
What else do you tell kids? Now the first one you guys thought was not true. It is true. So the merman, Babylonian god Oannes, was around 7,000 years before the traditional Greek and Roman mermaids that we know today.
Okay. That's good. That's a very good lie. I'm not sure what you pissed Earl off. He's pissed. He's just like, F this. I'm out. Like, no way.
I don't know.
No way. So
He's going around.
he went to kill the mouse.
Actually, filled
Yeah,
up
he
my
did.
memory card. I filled up my 128 gig memory card.
Oh.
Oh wait, so everything we just said.
No. Everything you just said is gonna stay in. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay.
I thought maybe you went to kill the mouse.
No. He got away. He's too quick for me.
So we know Alex is a good liar. So now it's Earl's turn.
Okay. All right. So let's see here.
I won too. So now it's up to Earl to see.
That's right.
See if he's a good liar.
Let's see where'd it go. I had him pulled up here.
Fill in some elevator music.
All right. So
Sorry.
first one is spider webs were used as bandages in ancient times. In ancient Greece and Rome, doctors used spider webs to make bandages for their patients.
Okay, sounds like it could be true.
All right. The second one is that where'd it go?
Earl really prepared for this because you
Right? I know. Look, I prepared with beer. That's all. That's all I'm required to prepare.
That's all that matters.
Right. All right. In old Western times, the bartenders at saloons rarely actually had a shotgun behind the bar, as depicted in most Western movies. Typically, saloons would require individuals coming in to take off their guns and leave them at the door. The bartender did not have a commonly used double barrel shotgun as you would normally see in the movies.
He specifically said double barrel shotgun.
Well, it's just yeah.
All
So
right.
that is what's typically seen in Western movies.
Brandon's
So-
looking for clues.
I'm trying.
All right, and so the number 3 is roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin.
I mean, that sounds like the lie, but I don't know.
If it would, you know what?
Roller
Who
coaster
knows?
invented to distract Americans from sin? Doesn't that sound like bullshit?
It sounds like it was
It's probably
invented
true.
by. It could have been invented by Chick-fil-A. Who knows?
So what are you thinking? I think the first one.
It's God's
that-
chicken.
Why is it God's chicken?
I don't know. I don't know why I laughed at that. I don't even get it.
What? You don't know? You don't know that Chick-fil-A is
Oh
God's
yeah.
chicken?
It's closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a Christian restaurant, it means it's God's
Right.
chicken. Okay.
No, that's like.
I know
Anyway.
that's the running joke. I've never
Right.
understood that with Chick-fil-A. Anyway, Go ahead.
Anyway, Alex, we were discussing this. The first one I think was true.
Was it?
I don't remember what it was.
Spiderwebs
about-
are
Oh, yeah, yeah,
used
yeah.
as bandages in ancient times.
Okay,
In
okay.
ancient Greece and Rome, doctors used spiderwebs to make bandages for the patients.
Actually, are spider? I mean, they're strong, right? Are they strong enough to be a bandage?
I mean, have
Think?
you ever gotten a ton of spider webs like all over your face? It takes forever to
Yeah,
get
but,
those
okay,
suckers off. They
Exactly.
get everywhere.
So how do they even collect them to be able to wrap as bandages?
Well, they're sticky. And I mean, it could make sense because, silk comes from silkworms, and they're able to collect silk from silkworms and weave those into, cloth.
So you think it's true?
I think it could be true.
They all could be true. That's the whole point. So my first gut feeling is the last one just sound like bullshit, which means it's probably true, which really annoys me.
What's really screwing with you is so far I'm the last one. The first two we've completely messed up, and once we think we got it right, we were wrong. So
True.
yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with
Confused.
I'm sticking with the last one. I think it's bullshit. But you don't have to pick the same one I do,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the second one.
which was
The
saloon one with the
Western
gunshot.
times it was
Yeah, Western time.
uncommon for the
Yeah.
bartenders in the saloons to
That's
actually.
I was close to that one because he just was very specific, but I'm still going with the last one. Final answer.
All right.
Alex, what did you say? The second one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alex is correct.
Damn it.
Yes.
I definitely made that up just while staring at my phone.
Dude, you know what?
Um,
I wasn't even thinking that because
okay.
the other two you were looking at your phone as reading it. The second one you were looking up a lot while saying it. I knew that in my head, like he's making this shit up right now, and I didn't go with it.
That's your fault. All right, so here's what since you said the roller coaster one, here's what I found about that. I thought it was interesting. In the 1980s, hosiery businessman Lamarcus Thompson hated that Americans were tempted by hedonistic places like saloons and brothels. So he set out to straighten up one of the most immoral places he could think of, Coney Island in New York. There he built America's first roller coaster to give New Yorkers some good, clean fun away from cedar pastimes. So,
Well, you put it like that, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. You just put it
So-
like
And the spiderwebs thing in ancient Greece, Roman doctors used spiderwebs to make bandages for the patients. Spiderwebs supposedly had natural and antiseptic and antifungal properties, which can help keep wounds clean, prevent infection, and it also said that spiderwebs are rich in vitamin K, which helps promote clotting. So that is another thing that I found.
That does make a lot of sense. I don't think I've ever seen a spider web with mold growing on it.
Freaking mouse is running around again. He's Louise. He wants part of the action. I swear.
No.
He wants a beer. That's what he wants.
it's
Sorry.
like Tom and Jerry up in here.
Right? No, if I could catch him on camera, I would. But he's just like in and out, like real quick. So
Yeah, they're quick.
it would
So
freak my wife out.
We're
though,
supposed
I'll
to
be
play some
honest.
Call of Duty after this. We may not see Earl for a while because he's chasing that damn mouse around.
No, I don't give a shit about the mouse. Like if the wife asks, yes, he was caught and killed and thrown out in the woods.
Good episode, guys. That's episode 8. We did okay. We were an hour and 10 minutes ish.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Good episode, guys. A lot of fun.
If you want to see more different magic, whether it be mentalism or card magic, let me know. I'll come up with
Comment
more
below.
stuff.
Also, if you're still watching while you're here, make sure to subscribe, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. That's where we're on right now. And yeah, another successful episode. We're almost at 10. We're getting
Yep.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
So let me end this on my own little magic trick.
Oh,
Hey,
got a little back
look at
on
you.
there.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
There you go.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
I know that. Hey, I know. Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Hey,
Oh,
my